The Grand Canyon is one of the most breathtaking canyons in the world. It is located in northern Arizona and it's famous for its distinctive blend of geological color and erosional forms. The Grand Canyon is 277 river miles long. It is 6,000 feet deep at its deepest point and 18 miles at its widest. The Grand Canyon was shaped over time by deposition, uplift, downcutting, and erosion. Most of the rock visible at the Grand Canyon is sedimentary. It's made up of sand, mud, silt, and other sediments laid down over a long period of time by rivers, streams, oceans, and wind. Over a period of time, layer upon layer deposited one on top of another, compacting and cementing these once-soft sediments into the colorful rocks that are exposed today. After the rock layers formed, the next important part of the process involved was the uplift of the Colorado Plateau. This was caused by plate tectonics movement, triggered by the North American and Pacific plates colliding. This uplift caused rocks that were deposited below sea level to be raised up thousands of feet above sea level in the Grand Canyon. The canyon was formed as the Colorado River cut through these uplifted rock layers in the process called downcutting. Coupled with the river, other forces of erosion such as rain, freezing and thawing of snow, and ice cracking and breaking of the rocks, and gravity pulling the erosion downhill caused the Grand Canyon to become wider and deeper. The weaker layers eroded, producing slopes, while the strong layers formed cliffs, consequently giving the Grand Canyon its familiar staircase landscape. In 1893, the Grand Canyon was first given for federal protection as a forest reserve. President Theodore Roosevelt declared it a national monument in 1908. The National Park Service was formed in 1916, and 3 years later, the Grand Canyon became a national park. The mission of all national parks and monuments is the same: to conserve the scenery and the natural and historic objects and the wildlife, therein and to provide for the enjoyment of the same in such manner and by such means as will leave them unimpaired for the enjoyment of future generations. The National Park Service Organic Act that was established in 1916 protects the canyon and plateaus on both the north and south rims of the Grand Canyon for a total of 1,904 square miles. The Grand Canyon National Park contains several major ecosystems. Its great biological assortment can be credited to the existence of 5 of the 7 life zones and 3 of the 4 desert types in North America. The 5 life zones represented are the Lower Sonoran, Upper Sonoran, Transition, Canadian, and Hudsonian. In addition, the boreal forest and the desert riparian communities are some of the relatively undisturbed remnants of diminishing ecosystems that can be found in the park. Moreover, the park provides a habitat for over 1,500 plant, 355 bird, 89 mammalian, 47 reptile, 9 amphibian, and 17 fish species. It is also home to many threatened or endangered plant and animal species that can only be found at the Grand Canyon. Some examples of the Grand Canyon National Park's endangered species include the K-nab amber snail, razorback sucker, Yuma clapper rail, and the Southwest River otter, among many others. A few of the special status plants in the Grand Canyon include the century milkvetch and the Argemone arzicona, in addition to countless other plants. Almost 5 million visitors come from all over the world to enjoy breathtaking views at the Grand Canyon every year.